God, I almost didn't sit down this morning. I almost just got up, made coffee, checked my phone, and kept moving the way I always do because stopping feels dangerous sometimes. Like if I actually get quiet enough to feel everything I've been pushing down, I might not be able to hold myself together the way everyone around me needs me to. But I'm here. And I think that counts for something. I don't even fully know where to start. That's the honest truth. There's so much sitting on me right now that when I try to sort through it, it all kind of blurs together into this heavy, shapeless weight that I carry from the moment I wake up until the moment I finally fall asleep. And even then, sometimes sleep doesn't really come, not the kind that actually rests you. I woke up tired. I go through the day tired. And I smile anyway, because what else do you do? I'm not saying my life is falling apart. I know there are people with harder roads than mine, but I think that's part of what makes this so confusing because I look at what I have, and I know I should feel grateful, and I do, I genuinely do, and somehow I'm still struggling, and I don't know if that makes me ungrateful or just human. I think maybe I'm just human, but it still feels like something I need to confess. God, I've been carrying fear for a long time now. A specific, quiet kind of fear that doesn't announce itself loudly. It just sits in the back of every thought. Fear about whether I'm making the right choices. Fear about people I love and things I cannot control no matter how hard I try. Fear that I've already missed something important, some window or moment or chance that I can't get back. I don't know if that's true, but the fear feels true. And that's been enough to keep me up at night. And there's this uncertainty I've been sitting with that nobody really knows about. A situation, or maybe more than one, where I've prayed and waited and tried to do the right thing, and I still don't have clarity. I still don't have an answer, and the waiting is wearing me down in ways I didn't expect. I thought I was more patient than this. I thought I trusted more than this. But there's a difference between believing you trust God and actually sitting in the dark, not knowing and choosing to trust anyway. That second one is harder. That second one is where I am right now. Some days I feel alone in this. Not because people aren't around, they are. But there's a kind of loneliness that doesn't go away in a crowd. It's the loneliness of not being able to say the real thing out loud to the people in your life. Of carrying something too complicated or too personal or too heavy to hand to someone else, even someone who loves you. And so you just hold it, and you hold it, and you keep holding it until your hands start to shake a little. I think that's why I'm here this morning, because I need somewhere to put this down, even just for a few minutes. I want to be honest with you in a way I haven't been letting myself be honest with myself. I'm not okay right now. Not in a crisis way, but in that slow accumulating way where each small hard thing adds to the pile until the pile is something you can't ignore anymore. I've been pretending I'm further along than I am, pretending I've moved past things I haven't moved past, pretending the healing is more complete than it actually feels on a quiet Tuesday morning when there's no one watching. And I know you see all of that. I know you've been seeing it. That's somehow both comforting and a little undoing because it means I don't have to explain it, and it means there's nowhere to hide from it either. I don't have a list of polished requests this morning. I just have this, whatever this is. This tangled, unfinished, still figuring it out version of me, sitting here, asking you to be near. Not to fix everything right this second. Not to give me all the answers at once. Just to be near. Because your nearness, even when I can't feel it, has always eventually been enough. I'm holding on to that. I think about the verse that says you are close to the broken-hearted. And I believe it. I believe it in my mind. And I'm asking you today to help me believe it in my chest, in that specific place where the ache actually lives. Because the distance between knowing something and feeling it can be so wide. And I don't want to spend another season knowing you're near without actually letting myself feel it. I want to stop being afraid of the outcome. I don't know how to get there completely, but I want to. I want to reach the place where I can say genuinely, not just because it sounds right, that whatever comes next, you're already in it. The things I can't see, you can. That the things I can't carry, you've already accounted for. I believe that somewhere inside me. Help me believe it louder than the fear. And for whoever else might be sitting in something similar right now, whoever woke up this morning with that same quiet weight, that same tired smile, that same question they haven't been able to say out loud, I hope they feel this too. I hope they feel that they're not invisible in what they're carrying. That being worn down doesn't mean they've failed. That asking for help, even just sitting down and admitting they need it, is already an act of courage. Because I think sometimes we forget that. We think showing up broken disqualifies us from something. But I don't believe that's how this works. I think you meet us exactly where the brokenness is. I think that's actually the point. So here I am, not put together, not certain, not finished grieving or worrying or figuring out the parts of my life that still feel unresolved. But here, present, willing to sit still long enough to let you in instead of just asking you to run alongside me while I keep moving. I'm leaving this morning with less certainty than I might have wanted, and maybe more peace than I expected. Not because everything is resolved, none of it is, but because something in me feels a little less alone after saying it, after putting words around the shapeless thing and placing it here. Take what I've laid down this morning. Take the fear and the tiredness and the questions without answers. I'm not picking them back up the same way. I don't know what that looks like yet, but I mean it. And on the days ahead when I forget this, when the weight creeps back and the noise gets loud and I stop believing you're close, bring me back to this morning. To the quiet. To be honest. To the strange relief of just saying the truth. That's enough for today. This was enough. If something in this prayer found you where you are, if there's something you've been carrying that you haven't said out loud, yet you don't have to carry it alone. Whatever it is, it's allowed to be heavy, and you are allowed to need help with it.